Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron channel. I'm Steve. On this video, we're going to talk about how lifting experts are destroying confidence, destroying progress, and creating confusion. Woo! Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching, I'd love to work with you. Check out the link down below. All right, so I made a little short this morning, straight out of bed. I posted on Instagram at Ben the Barman, and it has to do with experts. Now, we're not talking about all experts. We're not gonna generalize and say every YouTube or lifting expert is doing this, but this is very common with experts when they dig into their dogma, their beliefs, and they disseminate or they put out information on social media, and it confuses lifters. It wrecks their confidence, and at the end of the day, they're left trying to figure out just how to piece together a program in the wake of all this chaos. And here, I'm gonna explain what I mean, and I'm sure you guys will understand it exactly. If you spent the rest of your day today just combing through all the major experts, you would find that one likes training to failure, one likes less volume, one likes more volume, one thinks that frequency training is the best, one thinks bro training is the best, one thinks rest pause is useless, one will think that all the intensity techniques are useless, one will think that you can train to 2 IRI and that is good enough. We have all these differing opinions, all these dissenting opinions, all these strong beliefs, and here is where it causes chaos. And I really want you guys to wrap your brains around this because it is super important. You could be making amazing progress. You have a program, doesn't matter where you got it, you piece it together yourself, you got it from some corner of the internet, it has a reasonable amount of volume, it has a reasonable exercise selection, and you're making good progress. You're controlling the weight, you're seeing good results with progressive overload, you're nailing your sleep, you're nailing your nutrition, and you're seeing good results. And then you go on the worldwide interwebs, and some expert will say you should only be doing 2 sets per body part, and they should be trained to failure, or you should be increasing your volume, or you shouldn't be doing supersets, or you shouldn't be doing rest pause work. And all of a sudden you're looking at your program, and nearly every aspect of your program is broken down and labeled incorrect. And here's where this all falls apart. If you took the programs of, say, 20 successful lifters, doesn't matter who they are, pull them out of your ass, pull them out of a hat, whatever, my programs, Ronnie Coleman's programs, just take 20 random programs of successful lifters, and if you place these side by side with this dogma from these experts, nearly every program is going to be torn down, ripped apart, and at its base labeled, this piece is ineffective, that piece is ineffective, this frequency is ineffective, he should be training that to failure, this has too little volume, this has too much volume, he's doing too many rows and not enough vertical pulling, on and on and on. If you took all of these opinions by all of these experts and applied these opinions on how every variable should be trained, from frequency to volume to intensity to whatever, every one of these lifters, these successful lifters, their programs would be ripped to shreds and labeled ineffective. And that is where the disconnect is from the experts pushing dogma and real life training that we teach here at Massive Iron on this channel. When we attack one piece of the puzzle, right, volume, intensity, frequency, whatever it happens to be, we lose the perspective of the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is really the cornerstone. It's really what matters. If we're going to attack all these different principles and tools and whatever, we're basically going to rip to shreds every program used by every successful lifter in the history of lifting. And of course, everybody's going to be confused. And it is an extreme injustice by these experts not to frame things in the real world, not to frame things when we look at the totality of every lifter that's ever seen quality results in the history of lifting, on this channel, that is exactly what I try to do. In the massive iron world, that is exactly what I try to do. We don't create dogma. We try to look at what all the lifters are doing. What are the commonalities of success? It's not frequency. It's not whether they use drop sets. It's not whether they use high or low volume. It's bigger than that. It is training consistency. It is nutritional consistency. It is a quality exercise selection. It is evolving your program based on needs, what's happening in the gym. It's hard training. It's all these things. That's what's important, not these little pieces and parts that these experts are getting on and trying to elevate into some God-tier level bullshit. It's not fucking lengthened partials. It's not you have to do straight sets because rest pause sets or whatever. It's not frequency. It's not any of that. And if you believe it is, if you find yourself being attached to one of these pieces of the puzzle and you go all in on that piece of the puzzle, what you're going to find is if you take all these pieces and put them all together in a pile, and then you analyze the workouts of myself or Ronnie Coleman or 200 other successful lifters, you're going to absolutely destroy what they're doing because this lacks depth, this lacks common sense, this lacks perspective, and it lacks understanding of the big picture. And what it really does for you guys is it creates confusion and it creates doubt. And all of a sudden you're going to jump over to another program because he said this is the right way, or he said don't do rest pause, or he said don't do bro splits, or he said do high volume, or he said train everything to failure, or he said do everything to IRI, or whatever. At the end of the day, we need to be smarter than that. We need to be more intelligent than that. And we need to continue to focus on the big picture. What you're doing is probably okay. Programs really don't matter as long as they have reasonable exercises. You're training hard. You're training with progressive overload, etc. All the little pieces and parts, the little pieces and parts don't matter. There's 1,000 ways to build an incredible engine. There's 1,000 ways to move forward. As long as the big picture makes sense, the individual pieces and parts do not, and never forget that. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.